All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about Ava Kris Tyson. This is when things get dicey, ladies and gentlemen. This is when it gets dicey. I got so many tabs open with so much different information. So please just bear with me as I go through everything because it's a lot. I have like literally, I have so many things. Anyway, so there has now been a new accusation. Okay. I saw this tweet when it only had, I think, like 1,000 views. I was probably one of the first people to comment on it, and I don't even know how because it's not like I follow this person. I just saw it on my homepage. I had refreshed it. I saw it, and I'm like, wait a second, what? Not even Drama Alert picked this up by the time I saw it. That's how fast I saw it. But anyway, Nathan W., Ava Kris Tyson from Mr. Beast preyed upon me when I was 15 years old. This is my story. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to have my full thoughts coming about this tomorrow. So make sure to check out that video launching tomorrow on this channel. But we're going to react to it today in the stream to get a little bit of an idea of what's going on. And I got to tell you, it's pretty wild. This essentially corroborates the story that was accused against that lava guy. Was it Lava, whatever his name? I don't know. Lava GS. Yeah, that's the guy who was the initial victim. This person was friends with Lava and also was in Ava Kris Tyson's Discord server as a moderator when he was 14, 15 years old. This Discord server, before it became public, was filled with minors, according to this person. So I'm going to watch this entire video. It's a 2-minute, 20-second video, and then there's a second part that's like 35 seconds long. So let's play the entire video, and then we're gonna give some reactions. So here we go. Volume up. Get your popcorn. Let's go.
Kris Tyson from Mr. Beast used me, manipulated me, and did very inappropriate things with me while I was about 15 years old. I was actually friends with Lava GS at the time, who is the main victim of Kris that everyone has been talking about these last few days, who claims he isn't a victim, but we all know he is, and we all know he probably got paid off. Not only that, but he's also under an NDA from when he worked for Mr. Beast Gaming for 2 years, and he tried to get me to join Mr. Beast Gaming himself, Lava. He's the one who actually sent me the contract and tried to get me to sign the NDA, at which point I ended our friendship because I knew they were just trying to silence me. Me and him were both initially involved in running Kris's Discord server, helping him set up his Twitch streams and moderating them.
Nate's calling me. Hey, what's up? You're on stream.
You just leaked your address. Please end your stream. As well as other technical back-end things that he needed help with. This Discord server that we were a part of had about 10 people in it, most of whom were minors. I'm not sure how they got in there, other than me and Lava. He won a giveaway, and Kris invited him after that. And Kris invited me after I saw one of his tweets asking for help setting up a Garry's Mod server for the 10 million subscriber Mr. Beast video. This turned into us having lots of private conversations with Kris and playing video games with him for hours on end. Not only did we do a lot of unpaid work for him that he promised he would pay us for, he would also frequently bring up sexual topics that was definitely not appropriate to bring up around 15, 16-year-olds, especially with him being like, I don't know, 20, 21 years old. He would even go as far as linking me several different corn and hentai videos throughout the time of me talking with him. Not only that, but he had an NSFW bot in his Discord server before he made it public. So when it was just a private server, his little circle of minors. And he would use this NSFW bot to spam different corn images alongside all these 15-year-olds. He would also frequently call me dad and daddy, as well as the others, which I guess we all kind of just took as a joke at the time. You have to think this is someone who we looked up to at the time, we idolized, we thought was the coolest person in the world, so they couldn't really do any wrong in our eyes. But looking back, I was definitely uncomfortable at being called daddy by a 20-year-old, and even just thinking about it now, it's just uncomfortable. This server later went public and became his official Discord server, but before it did, he had me and Lava spend multiple days scrubbing this Discord server clean of all of the N-words he had sent in it, as well as his friends, as well as deleting the NSFW channels and making sure no one could see that he was spamming corn to minors. This story is so much bigger and runs so much deeper than any of you really realize. So if you want to hear more and you want a part 2, let me know.
Keep in mind now, all right, a lot of this stuff makes sense, and it's all corroborated, I would imagine, too, because think about this. He's following the same actions, right? So Ava Kris Tyson, they're following the same exact actions. They deleted every single tweet on their profile picture. They scrubbed their I'm sorry, not profile picture, their public Twitter. They scrubbed their Twitter. The entire Twitter was scrubbed. Everything. The only thing available on that Twitter right now is a couple of messages that he put fake apologizing. Right? So completely scrubbed. So I do believe that the Discord server was scrubbed as well before going public. I do believe that. Right? Also, too, you think about it this way. This guy was friends with Lava GS. Lava GS is saying it didn't happen. Everybody else is saying it did. Right? Because it's not even just Nate either. There's other people involved as well. Everybody else is saying it did happen. So I told you from the start, I don't believe Lava GS at all. It's very obvious that he got paid off. And it's funny that Nate even said that he got paid off, right? That's the assumption. It's so obvious. If you guys missed it, here, watch this part.
Everyone has been talking about these last few days, who claims he isn't a victim, but we all know he is, and we all know he probably got paid off.
I mean, it's pretty spot on. Everybody knows he, and again, like I said before, man, maybe Lava genuinely believes that he wasn't a victim. But that's not that shocking, considering that most people who are brought up in that kind of scenario from an age of 13 all the way to 20, most people in that scenario will never understand or believe that they were essentially, G-worded. They will never understand that, because that is the literal idea and definition behind that word, right? That word literally means that. If you successfully do that to someone, they are not going to really understand that you were capable of doing that in the first place, because they would have been successfully brought up in that whole thing, right? So it's obvious that, again, whether he thinks he actually was or wasn't, that doesn't matter. The point is, why, and this brings up the question, YouTube, maybe you have an answer for this. Why is it that Ava Kris Tyson had a Discord server with a ton of minors in it and NSFW bots spamming bad pictures and videos and whatnot? And I'm sure there was a ton of messages that corroborated that as well. I'm sure you think he was just spamming messages and you think he was just spamming pictures and not saying anything? I don't know. I don't believe that. You know what I mean?